Welcome back to Livie'S Lovelies, your inspirational craft channel, and I'm your host, Fam the Fabulous. For more ideas, inspiration, swaps, and challenges, click the link in the description below to join our craft community, the Maker Exchange, on Facebook. Welcome back to the Lovely Lab. Alright guys, so as you can see in front of me, I have this daily planner. It's one of those inexpensive ones that you purchase from Dollar General or someplace like that. I don't even know where I picked it up from, likely from Walmart. That being said, I purchased this for my husband back in 2014 or 2013 with the intentions of him using this to kind of, keep the business organized. He never really committed to it, so the bulk of it remained empty. So as I was cleaning out the file cabinet, purging some old documents, I ran across this and was about to throw it away before I realized that there was something that I'm sure I could use with it. And you guys know, in this world of junk journaling, paper is priceless. So I was thinking, what could I do? How could I use these pages, in journaling? What could I do? So let me share with you some of the things that I came up with, and hopefully it'll help you if you have one of these old planners or if you run across them, because right now it's the end of the year and they're going on clearance. They're marked down to like 10 cents and 25 cents for the year of 2019. So you'll likely run across these in, at the grocery store and, the discount stores. And if you do, grab them, because the papers, you can use them. Now, I will say this. These papers were kind of thin. So what I ended up doing was, they're thinner than copy paper. So what I ended up doing was, whatever I used, I pulled a couple out, used the glue stick to adhere them together, and then I went on from there. So let me just, without further ado, let me share with you what I created. So the first thing I started working on, well, I'll get to that. So here we have a couple of pockets for a journal. Okay. So now let me just take a couple pages out of here and show you how I did that. And I'll of course use that in the future. So for these, of course, I glued 2 sheets together to make them thicker. Give them some support. And then for this one, I just folded it in half, and then I ran the stitching up the side and around it, as you would typically for glue. You would glue it, but I didn't glue it. I just sewed around it. But before I did that, I folded the top down. Well, actually, this one has the top folded down, this part. On this one, I folded this part down. So either which way, I folded it down, and then I folded it in half and stitched around it. Same thing with this one. And when I folded it down, like so, folded it in half to get an idea of where I wanted to stitch for the front, and then I opened it up and ran my stitching across. Then I folded it in half and stitched around the edges. Okay, and then I just decorated it with some scrap paper. I only used what was in my under the desk scrap bin. This is where I keep all of the pieces that I pull off of something else. So I only wanted to use what was in there, and after a week or so I'll end up dumping it. But that's what I'll pull from for backgrounds and things of that nature. And so this I created as a tuck spot, just to put in the corner edge of a journal. You know what I mean? This is a corner pocket. I'll add that, glue it down, and then you'll be able to slide something in. And you'll also be able to write right there. So you've got a journaling spot as well as a pocket. Okay. And then, yeah, for that. Okay. And then I also made, let's see, one to go, let's say, at the top of the journal. So So you can tuck something up underneath. And you all set?
Yep.
Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Tuck this. Now, let me just, before I go any further, let me say, for some of you, you'll want to cut this off. For me, I thought it added character, so I left it there as it was, okay? Josh is turning. Josh, can you turn your TV down a bit? Thank you. I appreciate it. I left this on as it is. I like it. Now, if it becomes an issue as it's added to a journal, I have the option of just cutting it off. Some of them I did cut it off, or some of them I just, trimmed it. This has it in there. Okay. And then I also made, let's see, there's another tuck spot there. So, it'll go into a larger journal, obviously, but it'll just go like that, be sewn down like that. And you'll be able to tuck something in there like so. Okay. And then I made a couple of journaling cards. Let's see. Cute little journaling cards. Just doubled the paper up. This is, I believe, one sheet. And it's one sheet. I just cut that and glued two sheets together, cut it in half, and made journaling spots. And the good thing is it already has the lines there, so it makes it a little easier. This one doesn't, but you've got the clean space. Now I made some tags that can easily be added, and I added some just varying stitches to them. You can write on the back of that as well. I was going to add some trim to it, but I forgot. Same thing for this one. This has it has some fabric. I stamped the word moments on there. And then this is one of the tags from Pleasant Creations. And the scrap paper. And I just stitched around the edges. Then we have this large one. There's a little doily back there. Pleasant Creations tag. Little butterfly. And then some scrap fabric. Some coffee dyed paper. And then I just stitched around a little, haphazard stitching. Same thing with this one. A little bit of scrap fabric. One of the Tim Holtz stamps and the word Lovely Day. And I can't remember if that's a Maggie Holmes stamp or Amy Tangerine. I can't remember which one, but anyways, again, you can write on the back of these, and this one is pretty large, so even though the lines go this way, who cares? You write however you want to. And then I also made this cute little envelope. So for the envelope, and I didn't decorate this, I just wanted to keep it plain until it's time for me to use it. But what I did was, I did cut the edge of that off. So I took the paper, just pretend that this part is cut off. Once it was cut off, I went, folded the corners to meet one another down like that. Folded the top up like this, or the bottom up to the top. Folded that part down like so. Now, of course, I'm not going to get it right the first time, y'all. I'm on camera. And then I just stitched around the edges. And let me see. And then for the top part, I stitched the entire triangle down. And then now let me move on to the ones that I'm most proud of, which are the two mini journals. So what I did was I glued two of the pages together. Then I added some, two of the pages together. So that's what this is, just like that. Then I took another set of pages. Okay. So this is kind of what it looks like, what it would have looked like. So this is the base. That's what this is. Okay. Then the pocket is just two sheets glued together and folded down. Once they were folded down, I then flipped them over like so, and lightly glued them to the base to create the pocket. I knew that it would be stitched in the middle, which I did on the sewing machine, so I didn't worry about you know, dividing the pocket. Added some paper to the back, some scrap papers here, a variety of different aged and distressed paper here. Little tag there, found in the, what do you call it, the public domain. And I really like how this came out. I added some lace to the back, and this cute little butterfly came in one of my Happy Mails. Just added some book page to it, coffee dyed paper, lace trim paper that I got offline, and then I just wanted some more fabric on here, so I just added this scrap crochet trim. And then on the back, which I really should have done this on the front, I wanted this woman here in some, I've got a collection of them, but I wanted to have some African American women in some of my daily art, daily journals and things of that nature. So I added her here, and I really like how this came out. I like how the lace makes it really kind of soft, not too soft. You got a little bit of nature there, and I like the colors, and you got a little pop of color there, not too much, and the same for the back. So let me make sure. I don't even know if I was on camera when I was showing you that, but that's what that looks like. And then that's the back. And then I stitched around the edges, as you can see, using some varying different stitches. So I really like how that came out. And actually, this, yeah, and once you start, now here's the thing. When you, because this paper was so flimsy, I thought it was important that I add some different texture or weight of paper to it to kind of make it, to stiffen it up. And it did. You know, so, you know, if you have thin paper, the way you can, you know, make it sturdier is by layering on top of, between the glue and the different papers and the fabrics. It creates a little bit more support. Now, last but not least is my favorite one. And this is, again, these are all made from scraps. This is stuff that I wasn't using. And I really like how this came out. So as you can see, the stitching, I actually stitched on the opposite side, and this is the effect that came through. I just used some scrap lace, and this is actually made out of the base from some mailer that came in our home. It was probably about, let's see, it's about this long, and I just covered it, decoupaged on top of it, and added some ledger paper on the side for pockets. And you know, added some paper to the inside, different types, coffee dyed, yellow, ledger, regular white, and that's that. But I actually like the way that it came out. It really came out with an aged feel. And then this is a stamp that I believe I got in one of the swaps, and I just backed it with some cardstock and glued it down, and then just reinforced it with a little bit of stitching there so that it wouldn't move in the event that, you know, the glue didn't hold. So this here little stamp is the closure. It's easier this way, like that. So I like that. Now I hope that this, guys, inspires you to take a second look at the things that the paper products that you have in your home. You know, you don't have to run out to the store to grab items to create journals with and elements for your journals with. You can recycle and upcycle, repurpose, and really just create some items that you love and things that, you know, maybe your friends would enjoy. So don't limit yourself just to store-bought items. You can create with the things that you have around you. Just be inspired by what's around you already, you know? Anyways, so guys, thanks so much for joining me. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and click the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you receive notification of all the crafty, lovely uploads. And I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Comment below if you want to see a process video for any of these items, and I'll be happy to put that on the schedule. I've got quite a few things coming up on the horizon, and I'll be launching a new product that I think, well, a new thing that I think that you guys could use or be inspired by. Anyways, all that being said, thanks so much for stopping by, and until we're back here again on YouTube, guys, stay encouraged, stay blessed, and stay creative and crafting. Bye for now. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe to join the crafting community, and be sure to click the bell for notifications of new uploads. Thank you so much for watching. Now stay tuned for more from Livie'S Lovelies, your inspirational craft channel. Bye for now.